All right. Welcome to yoga. Today is going to be a slow and steady stretch. We might throw in a bit of core because core is good, but on the whole, we're going to go with a slow and steady stretch. We are going to start seated on a block. That's going to be a good start. Pop yourself down, find your sit bones. So have a little wiggle around, move this fleshy part of the bottom out of the way, and then allow the knees to fall out so that we can start to open up through the hips. We're going to sit nice and tall, draw the core in, take the shoulders up towards the ears, roll them all the way back down, and just do this a few times. And as we do, think about that opening through the chest. We want to make sure that those shoulders come back and down, and so that we can really practice sitting beautifully, okay? All right, let's go the other direction. Squeeze the shoulder blades together and then roll those shoulders over the top. Okay, and then when you're ready, we're going to pause in a neutral position. Take an inhale, grow nice and tall through the crown of the head. Just remember to wrap those ribs in. We've got the sit bones as our anchor points. And then just to breathe those shoulders into a more natural position, making sure we have some space between the ears and the shoulders. We're going to close off the eyes or soften the gaze towards the mat. Keep the neck nice and long. And we're going to take some even breathing to start. I'm going to start to turn the gaze of the day internally. We want to make sure that we are looking after ourselves when we've probably spent some time looking after others today. So let the focus be on you. If my breath pattern doesn't match yours, do your own, okay? So here we go. Let's take an inhale for 1, 2, 3, 4. Exhale, 4, 3, 2, 1. Inhale, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Exhale, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Inhale, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Exhale, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Inhale, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Exhale, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Inhale, 1, 2, 3, 4. Exhale, 4, 3, 2, 1. The breath relaxes into its usual pattern. Check that seated position, perhaps grow a little taller through the crown of the head. With that soft inhale and exhale, taking that gaze internally, focusing in on you, I encourage you to set yourself an intention for today, whatever that might be. Breathe it in, visualize it, and then breathe it out. When you're ready, slowly and carefully, you can open up the eyes. Treat yourself to a little smile. Why not? Take the right hand down. We're going to bring the left arm over. Take a stretch through that left side body. Switch out. Left hand's going to come down and right arm's going to come all the way over. Okay, let's switch out. Right hand comes down. We're going to take a little pulse over the side now. Coming up, coming down. Bring that right elbow close to the body. Keep that right shoulder open. Going to start to take the gaze up towards the ceiling if that's comfortable for you. And then we're going to pause, find that stretch. Taking the gaze to the ceiling if it feels good. Roll the left shoulder back just a little bit, opening through that left side. And then coming all the way back up. Left hand's going to come down, right arm sweeps over the top, and we take a little pulse. Left elbow towards the body, open that left shoulder up. When you're ready, we pause here. Nice deep stretch. Take the gaze up if it's comfortable. And then roll that right shoulder back a little bit, opening through that right side. And then coming all the way back up. Beautiful. Switch the legs out. Take the one that probably doesn't feel quite so natural. From here, we're going to take the hands to the back of the head, interlace the fingers. We're going to take those elbows towards opposite walls. Lift up, find length through the crown of the head. Take the right elbow down, but lift through the left elbow. So we're going to find some space through that side body, gazing straight ahead. Bring back to center, and then left elbow dips and right elbow lifts. And then back to center. Let's take the gaze high, lift the chest. Take a tiny little opening through that front body to take a little back bend through that through the back, obviously. And then from here, take the gaze down. We're going to dip chin to chest, elbows to ears. Take a slight roll down each vertebrae to a point that's comfortable for you. Feel heaviness through the upper body, finding a stretch through the spine. And then coming all the way back out, lifting up, gaze comes up, open through the throat. And then let's come back again, dip the chin to chest, elbows to ears, take a roll down the spine. Pausing when you're ready, and then coming all the way back out. Beautiful. Let's release the block from underneath us. We're going to take the right leg away from us and take that left foot to the inner thigh. Sitting up nice and tall. If you've got a strap here, now's a really good time to use it. As we sit up tall, we're going to take the torso over the top of that right leg, and we're going to hook the foot with the strap. Draw the elbows in, keep a nice open chest, shoulders back and down. And then we're going to hinge from the hips, and we're going to start to fold towards that big toe. Take an inhale, we're going to lift, we're going to lengthen, and then we're going to fold a little bit more. It doesn't matter what it looks like, it's how it feels. Keep pushing through that right heel. And then, because we want bang for buck, we're going to push down through that left knee so we can open out through that left hip as well. Keep the inhales nice and deep and the exhales purposeful. Going to move the chin towards the big toe. Keep the shoulders back. Find the length through the spine. And then you can release that strap. Take a fold here. Find a little roundness through the spine as you bring the forehead towards the knee. It's an intention. It's not an instruction. We're going to start to find that stretch of skin across the spine. And then slowly and carefully, we're going to come out. From here, we're going to walk those hands forward, all the way round to the left, and plant the left hand behind you. We're going to come in as we squeeze the glutes. We're going to lift the hips. Take the right arm over the top. Push that shin of the left leg down into the mat. Glutes are squeezing, hips are lifting. Really nice front body stretch here. Push the pinky edge side of that right foot down into the mat. And take a couple of deep breaths here. As you exhale, sigh that breath away. And then slowly, carefully bringing yourself all the way back around. We're going to walk the hands just past that right thigh, lifting up, lengthening, and then draw the ribs around. Take a moment to gaze towards that right shoulder. And then back to center. Let's switch the legs out. Left leg's going to come long. Right leg is going to come into the inner right thigh, left thigh. And then the toes on that left side are pointing to the ceiling. Use the strap to hook the foot. Bring the elbows in close to the body. And then lift the crown of the head to the ceiling. We're going to keep those shoulders back and down. We're going to find length. And then from here, we start to fold over the top of that right leg. Thinking about chin moving towards the big toe. We lift it, we lengthen. Moving that belly out of the way. Maybe a little bit lower. Keep pushing that right knee down into the mat. Find an openness through that right hip. And then when you're ready, you can release that strap. Bring the forehead towards the knee. Keep pushing those left heel away. And then take a round through the spine. Keeping those shoulders nice and level. Find a stretch as the spine, the skin across the spine starts to take a little stretch. And then from here, we're going to start to come all the way back out. As we do, we're going to reach those hands forward and right hand places down behind the right butt cheek. We're going to squeeze the glutes. We're going to lift the hips. We're going to take that left arm to sweep over the top of the head. Pushing down through the pinky edge side of that left foot, lifting through the front body. That shin on the right side pushes down to give you a little bit of lift. Glutes are squeezing, hips are lifting, neck is relaxed, and we take some really lovely cleansing breaths here. The inhales and then sigh the exhales away. And then slowly bringing the bottom down, walk the hands round past that left leg, hands plant down past the left thigh, lift the crown of the head to the ceiling, bringing the gaze around towards that left shoulder. And then moving all the way back to center. All right, let's make our way in towards a table position. So hands are going to plant down underneath the shoulders, parallel wrist creases to the top of our mat, and the knees are underneath our hips. We're going to draw the belly in, and then from here, we're just going to take some cat-cows, remembering how that movement feels. Taking the inhale, lift the gaze, open the throat, tummy drops, and the sit bones look to the ceiling. And then we start to take that movement from the pelvis, begin to round through the spine, take the gaze maybe back towards the knees. If that cup feels comfortable, hands push down, spread across the shoulder blades. And then working with a speed that works for you and matches your breath. You can always put a little rock backwards and forwards, moving over the wrists, over the knees. And then when you're ready, you can really explore this movement, maybe taking the body in a figure of 8, maybe doing your own sweet thing, whatever that might look like. And really playing into what your body is asking you for. Maybe you've been sat at a desk all day, limited movement, and maybe this is your chance to get what you need. Okay. When you're ready, make your way back to a tabletop position. We're going to extend that right leg away and keep the toes connected to the mat. Push through the heel, lengthening through that right leg. Keep the hips nice and level and draw the belly in. Keeping the gaze between the hands. Okay, a little bit of core work should you want it. Tuck the left toes, hover the left knee, keeping those hips nice and level. Really draw the belly in and down. Okay, knee's going to come down and release. Lift that right foot off the mat. If you're happy to extend the left arm alongside the ear, then do. Reaching forward and pushing back. Just going to hold it here. Find that stability. Body stays down the center line. If you would like to start to take them wide, right leg comes wide, left arm comes wide. Going to work a little bit harder into the core, but you don't have to if you don't want to. Just going to hold it here. And then back to center. I'm going to hold that extension of the arm, extension of the leg. And if you'd like to take it wide one more time, we're going to hold it there. Keep breathing, body down the center line. And then back to our center. Left hand comes down, right knee comes down. Let's go on the other side. Left leg comes away from us. Toes connect to the mat and we push through the heel. Keep the belly drawn in. Gazing between the hands, keep the hips nice and level. If you're happy for a little bit of core, option here to tuck the toes on the right side and hover that right knee. You'll find that you're going to need a little bit of core work here to keep yourself stable. Making sure you're not holding your breath, making sure you are not holding tension anywhere. Just taking a little bit of a time to notice. Maybe treat yourself to a smile. Right knee can come down if it's hovering, untuck the toes. And now that left leg can lift. And that right arm can come alongside the ear, reaching forward and then pushing back with the left heel. Okay, so option to stay here, just practicing that stability. A little bit of extra challenge if you want to start to take the right arm wide and the left leg wide, keeping the body down the center line still, don't shift. We're going to hold it here. Becomes slightly more challenging. We can't use momentum. We have to use our strength and focus. And then back to center. Keep reaching forward and pushing back. Let's take it wide again if you would like to. We're holding it here. And then back to center. Right hand comes down, left knee comes down. We're going to take the feet together and the knees as wide as the mat. Sink back into a wide-legged child's pose. Walk the hands away from you. Forehead comes down. Push through the fingertips so that we can anchor back those sit bones towards the heels. Nice, slow, deep breaths. Belly falls between the thighs. Okay, from here, let's walk the hands to the right side. Left hand places on top of the right. Drop into that left shoulder. Find a stretch through that shoulder space. And then walking the hands through center. Over to the left-hand side, right hand places on top of left, drop into that right shoulder, push through the hand, find some nice stretch through that right shoulder and anchor that right sit bone towards the heel. And then coming all the way back to center. Let's come back on into a tabletop position. From here, we're going to take that right leg wide. I'll come around the side, right leg wide, plant the pinky edge side of that right foot down. And we're just going to walk that back a little bit, just finding a nice deep stretch through that inner thigh on the right side. Really focus here on the length in the spine. Take the gaze down towards the edge of the mat. Push the hands down into the mat and keep moving the bottom back. And then from here, we're going to walk the hands around to the left side and then come into a gate pose. Right arm's going to come all the way over the top. If you need to bring that left hand onto a block, then do. Stretching that right hand over. Think here about rolling the right shoulder back, thinking about lifting through the ribs so that we can really lengthen that side body. And then if you're happy here, fancy a little bit of core work, options, you don't have to. Okay, we can lift that right leg up and we can bring elbow to knee and away for 4, 3, 2, and 1. And then find your gate pose again. Foot comes down, arm comes over the top. Find that stretch. Beautiful. From here, we're going to walk the hands back, bring the knee back under. Okay, from here, same again. We're going to take that left leg out towards the side. As we do, walk the hands in towards you. Keep that nice long spine, neck nice and long, gazing between the hands or the edge of your mat. And moving the bottom back till you can really find that inner thigh stretch. Pinky edge side of that left foot is moving towards the mat. Maybe it doesn't get there, but that's okay. And then from here, we're going to start to walk the hands up. Right hand's going to come down by the side of you or spin. And then from here, we come into our gate pose. Left arm stretches over the top. We take a gaze to the ceiling if it's going to feel good for you. Pinky edge side of that left foot pushes down. We find length through that left side body. You can pause here. You can stay here. If you want a little bit of core work, we can lift that left leg. And we can bring elbow into knee for 5, for 4, 3, 2, and 1. Find your gate pose. Have a stretch. Beautiful. Left hand comes down, left knee comes down. From here, we're going to find a puppy pose, walking the hands forward, bring the chest down, the knees stay stacked, hips stay stacked over the top of the knees. Forehead's going to come down. Take the hands together, palms of the hands together, and then pass the hands over the top of the head so the thumbs meet the nape of the neck. Spread through the fingers, find that stretch through the triceps and into the shoulders. And then releasing. Here we're going to spider up the right fingertips. Place that left arm underneath the right, rest on top of the left shoulder. We're in thread the needle. Right arm walks away, spidering up those fingertips. And once you're here and you're happy, bottom stacked over knees, maybe you'd like to extend that right leg away from you and push that heel away. Okay, if the leg is extended, bring the right knee back to the mat. Push through the right hand, bring the left arm out, and let's switch over. Left hand is down, right arm slides underneath, rest on the right shoulder. Left arm can walk away from you. Left leg, if you fancy it, can extend once you are balanced. Toes are on the mat, heel pushes away, hips are nice and level. Okay. If the leg is extended, bring the knee back to the mat. Push through the left hand. Bring yourself all the way back out. And then from here, we're going to take the right foot through the hands. We're going to make our way into a warrior one position as we bring the arms high. Focus in here on reaching the chest to the ceiling. Bring in those pinky fingers to one another. Draw the shoulders away from you, or from the ears, I should say. And then find opening through the hips. Bring those hips forward and down. Okay, we're going to come up a little bit, moving that left leg. We're going to take the left foot as a kickstand, bringing the hips to the long edge of the mat. Let's find ourselves into a very low warrior two. From here, we're going to take the right arm to the thigh, bring the left arm over. All about our side body stretching today. Lifting up that left arm, find as much space through the side body as you can. And then coming out, finding your warrior two, extend the arms away from you, reaching the fingertips forward, bending into that front knee, nice strong inner thighs, imagining that the heel of the front foot and the knee of the back leg are drawing together. So you've got a real strength as you pull everything together. That would be your active pose. If you just want to hang out here in a really passive way, then please do. A stretch is a stretch, okay? Reaching forward, feel tall through the crown of the head. And then let's find our reverse. Left hand drops down, palm of the right hand lifts. Lift, 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 and then we take a little bit of a bend. That right hand lifts over the top. Keep that front knee bent. Lifting the chest. There should be no weight in that back hand. We're using our focus and our strength to lift up. All right, let's come all the way back down. Place that right elbow back on that thigh. Come into another stretch here. Lifting through the left side. Taking the gaze to the ceiling if it feels comfortable. Okay, and then releasing. We're going to take the hands down, draw the right knee back underneath the hip. And we'll go again on the other side. So in our table, we're going to bring that left foot through the hands. Coming into our warrior one as we bring the arms high, rolling in those pinky fingers, shoulders come away from the ears. And then start to move forward, allowing the hips to move forward and down, keeping control of that left side. It's okay for the knee to extend over that ankle, but we want to make sure that they're tracking. We want to make sure that we're in control of it. Taking the gaze high, lift the chest high, and then take a little gaze behind. As we lift the gaze, we find a tiny back bend here, more of an intention than anything else. Okay, bringing the gaze down. Let's move that right foot as a kickstand. We're going to take the hips to the long edge of the mat, shuffle around to find the right position for you. And then that left elbow is going to come down, right arm's going to lift up and over the top. Taking a gaze wherever feels right. And then releasing, finding your warrior two. Extend those arms, separate the shoulders, reaching forward, reaching back, strong arms, gazing over the fingertips. Keep drawing heel and knee together. And then when you're ready, reaching forward, turn the palm of the left hand to the ceiling, drop the right hand to the thigh, reach the left arm up, 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 and over the top. Remind yourself there should be no weight in that right hand. Give it a wave. And then lifting the chest. Keep that front leg bent. Tendency to start to straighten. And then coming up, back again, extend the arms, left elbow to thigh, right arm sweeps all the way over. And then coming all the way back to your mat. Okay, from here, making our way into our down dog. I'm going to tuck the toes, I'm going to hover the knees. I'm just going to pause here for a moment, a reminder of how strong and capable we are. I'm going to sit back into the heels. The knees are still lifted, but find a stretch on the underside of the feet. And then start to lift the body, no, the bottom high. Pedal the heels out one at a time. And then when you're ready, pause in your down dog. Hands push down into the mat. You're going to have those elbow creases look at one another. The triceps are wrapped around the arms. You're going to move those heels towards the mat. Bend through the knees to keep a nice long straight spine if we need to. And from here, that right leg's going to lift high. Three-legged dog. Open the hips out to the right side. Left foot towards the bottom. Find that quad stretch, that groin stretch. And then from here, we're going to move straight into a pigeon. Right knee comes behind the right wrist and the foot trails behind the left. To start with, just keep the back knee lifted and just rock over the toes on that left side. And then when you're happy, bring the back knee down and untuck the toes. You have options here. It could be a proud pigeon, lifting nice and tall, but we need to lift through the sternum, making sure that we have space in the lower spine or in the lower back. Alternatively, we can start to walk the fingertips forward and make a little pillow with the hands if you prefer that. The most important thing to focus in on here is that our hips are level. If we start to rock to the right side, we need to prop that up with a cushion or a block or whatever you've got. This is always a good position for a body scan, mostly because you're just hanging out here for a little bit of time. So having a little think about where you might be holding tension. Always good to start from the feet and work up. And then seeing if you can adjust to make it just a little bit easier on your body so that it doesn't feel hard enough that tension does need to gather. Okay. We're going to slowly and carefully start to move out of this position. We're going to take the hands down. When you're ready, tuck the toes and then lift the back knee, engage the core so you can support some movement, take yourself back into a down dog. Once you're there, pedal the heels, wiggle the bottom, find some movement, find some release. And then we'll repeat on the other side. Left leg's going to go high. Take the hips to the, or open out to the left side. Left foot comes in towards the bottom. Squeeze the glutes, push the hips forward. And then moving towards a pigeon. Left knee behind that left wrist, and the foot comes behind the right. Before you place that back knee down, just roll over the toes, just to find a little bit of movement through the hip on that left side. And then when you're happy, place the knee down, untuck the toes, lift the sternum forward, find some space through that front body so that there's no dumping into the back. And then when you're happy and in position, hips are nice and level, crops are moved if you needed them. Take the hands down if you'd like to make a pillow with them, and then rest the forehead down. Again, option here for a little bit of a body scan, starting at the feet, working your way up, noticing if there's any areas that feel things are just a little bit more tense. Notice if the left hip is dropping down. If it is, pop a block underneath it or something. Always an option if this feels a little bit too restricting, always head into figure of 8 position on your back instead. Lots and lots of options. Okay, we're going to slowly come out, walk the hands back, tuck the back toes, lift through the back knee. We're going to take ourselves back to down dog. We're going to pause there, using it as a resting pose. Take your time here as the chest moves towards the thighs, heels are moving towards the mat, but not necessary. We can take a bend to the knees should we need to. And we take a couple of inhales and deep exhales through the mouth, just releasing that breath, using it as a resting pose. When you're ready, bring the knees to the mat, cross the ankles, bring the legs out in front of you. And then from here, we're going to come down via boat, sitting up nice and tall. We're going to take the legs out in front of you. Maybe use the hands for some support to start with. Okay. So to begin with, we're just going to float our boat, take the arms alongside the shins. And we're going to extend one leg and bring it back in, and then the other leg and bring it back in. Let's see if we can do that in a slightly more fluid way. But we're going to do it slow and we're going to do it controlled. And we'll go for 10, 9, 8, 7. Keep bringing the chest to thighs. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Bring the feet down. Give yourself a little hug together because it feels nice. Use the forearms to give your stretch against the shins so you can stretch through the spine. Okay, let's come back into boat. Extend those legs away. Bring the hands away from you. And then take the hands to the left side. And then slowly to the right. We're going to go for 10. For 9. For 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. The smart people would put me in double time when they watch it back. Feet come down. Okay, take a little stretch through the spine. Okay, Slowly and carefully make your way down. We're going to do a few dead bugs. Once we're down, lift the feet off the floor, knees are stacked over the hips, legs are at right angles, arms are above the head. And as we take the right leg away, right arm's going to follow it. And then switch out, left arm follows left leg. Okay, anchor that back into the mat so that we can really have that secure core. And let's go for 10, 9, 8, I'm counting 2 as 1, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Okay, draw those knees in towards you. Take some nice little circles on the lower back. Allow the core to start to rest. And then take those circles in the other direction. Okay. When you're ready, plant the feet down. We're just going to take the arms out and away from the body and then drop the knees down towards the right side. Take the gaze to the left. And then back to center, and then take the knees over to the left-hand side. Take your gaze towards the right fingertips. And then back to center. We're just going to finish off in a happy baby. Draw the knees in towards the shoulders. Take the hands to the outside of the feet. And then start to draw those knees down at right angles. Openness through the chest. Maybe a sway from side to side might feel good. Think about laying the whole length of the spine down on the mat. Dip the chin ever so slightly to chest, lengthen the last bit of the neck. And then slowly bring those knees in towards one another. And then bring the forehead up to meet the knees. You're in the tightest ball. And then when you're ready, just find your position that you'd be happy to rest in for a moment or two. And we're going to finish with some even breathing, just like we started today. So finding yourself a place that you're happy to rest in. Removing any tickly pieces of hair, popping on a jumper if that's what you need. And then when you're ready, closing off the eyes, turning that gaze solely to yourself, finding the heaviness of the body on the mat. And then when you're ready, let's begin. Let's take an inhale for the count of 1, 2, 3, 4. Releasing 4, 3, 2, 1. Inhale 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Releasing 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Inhale 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Release 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Inhale 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Releasing 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Inhale 1, 2, 3, 4. And release 4, 3, 2, and 1. we come back to our intentions that we've set at the beginning of class today. Revisit them. Smile if they bring you joy. Take a moment to enjoy them. And then when you're ready, slowly starting to bring your awareness to the wider world, beginning to wiggle the toes and the fingers, maybe a gentle sway of the body from side to side. And then when you're ready, stretching out side by side, growing longer in the body, and then slowly and carefully, whenever you're ready, you can make your way back up to seated. And I will be there